Good evening, friends, to another episode of Sahakar Sutra. Today we are going to talk about a new chapter which has been introduced by the Maharashtra government last year by amending the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act, the chapter pertaining to housing societies. Friends, so far the Maharashtra Cooperative Act, under which the housing societies fall, is a big act covering a wide spectrum of sectors, starting from agriculture to food to finance to healthcare to housing. All these things were covered and governed by the MCS Act. And we had producers cooperatives, consumer cooperatives, credit unions, marketing cooperatives, and of course the housing cooperatives which fell under this act. What was happening was the act had so many clauses and sections which were not concerning the housing sector at all. And in the state of Maharashtra, the act was really used by politicians and other people for the benefit of certain sectors only, that is the agro-producer sector or the finance sector, in which cooperative banks and cooperative credit societies came under their purview. And so, housing sector was grossly overlooked by the act, and we made a lot of representations to the government over the past 4 or 5 years that the housing sector needs a special act or a special chapter so that focus of the housing sector will remain and injustice which was happening to the housing sector will be addressed. Hence, the government, the Maharashtra government, in September 2019 introduced an ordinance and amended the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act and introduced a special chapter, chapter number 13B, under section 154B, and addressed the housing sector, the cooperative housing sector, with a special chapter. Now, what are the features of this special chapter for cooperative housing societies? We'll just take a quick look at that. The first feature gives relief to societies which have less than 200 members, and it has been decided that such societies which are having less than 200 members can hold their elections to the managing committees internally. If you remember, the 97th Amendment and the 2014 amendments to the MCS Act and the bylaws had formed a state election authority, and that authority was supposed to hold all elections to cooperative housing societies managing committees. The DDR office, which was the designated election authority, has been grossly understaffed, and they just did not have the staff to govern, manage and hold elections, and things had been messed up in the 2014-2016 period. Now that elections to societies with having less than 200 members being given the authority to hold their own elections, things will ease out for them and the DDR office to a great extent. A new concept of joint members, associate members and provisional members has been introduced by this particular chapter. A joint member is a person who has direct interest along with the main holder in the property, but whose name does not appear first on the share certificate. So, joint ownership concept says that two people can hold the flat by having direct interest in that particular flat, and their names will appear as number 1 and number 2. The joint owner's name will appear, or joint member's name will appear second on the share certificate. Then the concept of associate member has also been given credence in the amendment. The main member of the society can write to the society and fill up a form and add a name of an associate member other than him in the society records. The society henceforth will recognize such an associate member, and such associate member can participate in general body meetings, and he can also vote in place of the main member, as the main member would have given up his right in favor of the associate member. But this associate member name will not appear on the share certificate, as he doesn't have any direct interest in the property. The concept of active and non-active members, which was introduced by the 97th Constitutional Amendment and the subsequent amendment to the bylaws in 2014, has been done away with in this latest ordinance. Then the ordinance introduces a concept of cooperative housing associations. These associations will be of societies less than 5 in numbers, and it will help these societies form an association, as a housing federation requires minimum 5 members or 5 societies to come together to form a housing federation. If the number is not there, such societies can form a cooperative housing association, and jointly they can go and apply for deemed conveyance together. So it will be a great relief for them. Another most important amendment and a provision which has been done is the managing committees of a society, if they refuse to part with information or give documents to a member who is asking for them under section 32, shall be penalized rupees 25,000. This will rein in rogue managing committees and arrogant managing committee members and office bearers who treat members like dirt and think that they themselves, being office bearers or MC members of a society, are ruling the society. Then the Hindu undivided family has been recognized as a person by the new amendment, new ordinance, and henceforth the society will register an HUF as a person in the society records and the society shared certificates. The scope of section 32 also has been widened, and apart from information, the members have been given the power to ask for certain documents which they want to refer from the managing committee. The defaulters of a society has been named in the Act itself for the first time. A defaulter henceforth has been named as a person who has not paid the maintenance charges of the society or the society dues for a period of 3 months consecutively, and henceforth the term defaulter being included in the Act will give more teeth to the managing committee while they address the problem of recoveries with such defaulters. These are broadly the provisions which have been made by the ordinance. The ordinance actually lapses after 6 months, and the Maharashtra government will have to introduce it once again, because in this corona crisis many things have been pending. So also this particular ordinance has been pending, but as it has been already introduced after discussions in the Legislative Assembly, the Maharashtra government will shortly introduce this ordinance once again, and hopefully once the corona crisis ends, it will become an act and law in the state of Maharashtra, providing relief to all housing societies. Thank you very much.